Hey y'all, I have not vlogged in such a long time. I'm so sorry about that. I have had a really busy month. I actually went back to university physically for the first time on Monday. And this is the first time I've done it in 2 years. So it's been a busy week, an exciting week, but busy. The lighting is absolute trash. Let me turn this away maybe. I did vlog a couple clips this week, but it was so busy that I honestly just was so focused on getting to my classes and trying to make sure I had everything, trying to make sure that I did all my assignments the night before. I guess I'm just trying to get into the hang of it, and the more I get in the hang of it, the more I'll vlog. And also, like, I'm not gonna vlog at university. Like, obviously I'm not gonna like whip out my phone in class and like start filming the professor. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I can try to film some, well actually I don't even know if I want to film some of the canvas because that will disclose my location and I don't really want that. I might not be doing that, but I will do like a daily vlog at university or like a week in the life of a college student. Yeah, and I'll be showing you all like my assignments that I have. Right now I want to do a weekend reading vlog because I haven't read it all this month. I've been so busy with trying to get ready for university. I've been trying to go to all of my doctors that I see so I can get cleared and so I can make sure that I was okay to go back, and just checking any, things that needed to be checked. I haven't filmed in a really long time and I'm really sorry about that. But I do want to do a weekend reading vlog because, like I said, I haven't read this month and I'd like to at least read one book before the month is over, which that is tomorrow. So I have a couple of books here that I'd like to read this weekend. I do have assignments this weekend that I have to do. I have to do a lot of reading, but I have a 4-day weekend. So I go to school every single week from Monday through Thursday. And every single day on Monday through Thursday, I go from my first class is at 11 and then it ends at 2:20. So I leave my house around 10:15. It only takes 20 minutes to get there, but I have to take a bus. I go and park like 2 miles from campus, and then they have like a little shuttle that takes me to the campus because parking is so bad there. Like, there's no parking places at the time I go to class anyways. Like, maybe if I was there at like 8 a.m. or something, I'd have a parking place. I don't. So the easiest way to the easiest way for me to park and get to class on time is for me to park 2 miles away from the campus. And it's at this church. And then we have a shuttle pick us up and drives us to campus. So the good news is too, 3 out of my 4 classes that I'm taking physically are in just one building. It's a really big building. There's like 17 floors. My classes are either on the 1st or 2nd floor. So that's really helpful. And then I have one class, of course, I have only one class not in that building, but it's literally right across from that building. It doesn't take me any time to get in there. So Monday and Wednesday, I take advanced grammar. That's my first class at 11. And then I take literature by women from 1 o'clock to 2:20. Advanced grammar is 11 to 12:20, and then lit is 1 to 2:20. And that 40-minute block that I have, I generally just eat a snack. I don't even really eat a full lunch. So I pack like a lunch, but it's mostly like fruit. So like bananas, strawberries, pears, apples, and oranges. I literally just eat a bunch of fruit. That's Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Thursday, the exact same times. Like, I was really happy that I was able to do that. Like, literally, I'm at class. Like, I have class from 11 to 2:20 every single day I go to university, and it's perfect that way. So I was really fortunate to get that. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, I take Spanish in the morning, 11 to 12:20, lunch, and then I take psychology 1 to 2:20. Then at home, I have one online class, and that's my women's studies class. It's like the last prereq that I need. And then I'll have my associate's degree, or I will qualify to have an associate's degree. I'm getting my bachelor's. I want to go to law school, but I'm really still wanting to major in psychology. Psychology is a subject that I've been very passionate about. I'm passionate about so many things, and it's really hard to just choose one major for me. I definitely want to double major. I definitely want to minor. I have to minor because I'm an English major. I have to have a minor, but I don't know. I'm still kind of like, I definitely know I want to go to law school, but I want degrees where I'm going to be able to have options. And I'm not even going to say that I won't go back to school later in life to get another degree because that just sounds like me. So I am like a third year, like I'm a junior but I don't know. I might technically still be a sophomore because I think I have that prereq, that women's study, that's keeping me a sophomore, but that's literally 3 credits. Actually, it's 2 credits because I had a lab and that's 1 credit. So I have 2 credits left until I'm a junior. So I just tell people I'm a junior because, I mean, I am a junior. For a lot of, like, I should be a senior this year, but I took that gap year. School has been going really good, and I've been so tired though, you guys. Like, seriously, I did not realize how tired I'd be. Monday I felt so good. I was so, like, happy. I was high on adrenaline. I do have a lot to do this weekend, but like I said, I don't have school Fridays, and Monday is Labor Day, so I don't have to go to school then either. 4-day weekend, and I only have to go to school 3 days next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I have all week to study and do my homework, all of that stuff, but right now I need to make it a priority to read pleasure books. I have to do that because it's something I still want to be doing, because sometimes when I'm in school, I literally just forget about pleasure books and just throw myself into school too much to where I'm stressed out. I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy my other books too. I mean, I have so many books. Like, I probably have like 600 books in this room, and I'm not even joking. That's not counting the books I have in a closet somewhere. I have books in my mom and dad's room. I have books in my attic. Like, oh my god, I cannot hold this camera. I want to continue reading pleasure books throughout the year. So right now what I'm thinking is I want to read The Lies We Told by Camilla Way. I want to finish reading The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. That was actually a TBR book for me this month, but I don't think I'm in the mood for that. Right now, I just want to read something that I'm in the mood for, and this is Calling My Name. I just bought this. I actually bought quite a bit of books this past week. So that's my plan right now. I'd like to read more than 1 book this weekend, but we'll see. But right now, this is my ultimate goal. I'm gonna read this a little bit. I'll tell y'all what it's about more later. I don't really even know what it's about right now, but I'm gonna start it. And this is actually pretty short too. It's like a little over 300 pages, so that's not bad at all. I'm hoping I can even finish this today if I really sit down and read and put my mind to it. So yeah, but I'll just update y'all in a little while. And yeah, bye. Okay, y'all, so I said I was gonna read, but I had to take a quiz. So I have to take a quiz every Friday before midnight for my psychology class. Psychology is actually something I'm very interested in. I think I talked about that a while ago. So I'm logging into my Chromebook, and this quiz is 20 questions. Time limit is 20 minutes. But I'm gonna look over the lecture notes real quick. And we have an online book, but I got a physical book because I just study and learn better with a physical book, and I've read the first chapter, but I think I'm going to review it again. And I've taken this class already, Intro to Psychology. Taking it again because Indiana and Texas have different requirements, and I guess it was just really hard to transfer a psychology credit over. So yeah, I guess I'll turn the camera around real quick and show you my lecture notes and my book, and then my regular notes. So you get some school, at least in the vlog. So 1 second. Okay, so here is some of my lecture notes from class. Yeah, I wasn't able to write down everything because, you know, it was like kind of fast. So that's why they upload the PowerPoints. So that way we can just finish at home what we did in class. So basically it's a 29 slide PowerPoint, and we finished it all, but in my notes, when I was writing in class, I got to this. This was the last slide that I was copying down. Or actually, I think it was this one. Yeah, this one was the last one. And that's 14 of 29. So as you can see, I still have like quite a bit of slides that I need to copy down. And then, like I said, I'm gonna finish up the lecture notes, just like skim through this because I've already read it, but just skim through it again. And with this, how many pages? I think it's like, so it stops at page 29 and starts page 1, I'm assuming. So page 5, actually. Yeah, so page 5 to 29 was what I had to read. I gotta read chapter 2 as well because that's what we're covering next lecture. And they like you to read the chapters before you come to lecture. So there's The Last Time I Lie, or The Lies We Told, I mean, that I want to read so badly this weekend, but I guess I'll have to wait a little bit longer for that. So I'll let y'all know how I did. I'm just gonna study, and I gotta have it done before midnight, and it's almost 6. So yeah, and I normally have it done before this, but I kind of forgot about it, so yeah. But that's it for now. I'll just update y'all later, so bye. While I study, I forgot to mention this, I will be watching The Office because that's the show I love to watch when I study. And I'm starting with my favorite season, which is season 4, because that's when Jim and Pam get together, and it's my absolute favorite. I love season 2 and 4 probably the best. I'm so sad that season 4 was so short. They had a freaking writing strike, and that's why the season was so short. But it's okay. And I need to clean my room because it's absolutely insane. But that's all for now. Just wanted to let y'all know what I watch because yes, I watch TV while I study. Helps me a lot to have background noise. So, yep, that's all. Bye. Hey y'all, so it's Sunday now. I'm so sorry I did not vlog yesterday at all. I was spending time with my brother yesterday. We had a brother-sister day, which I always really want to. I don't spend enough time with my brother because I'm always busy or doing something, and I need to make more time for him because we had a really good day yesterday. We watched some of our favorite movies that we watched when we were kids. So we watched Cat in the Hat, which I know a lot of people actually don't like that book, and I didn't know that, or that book, that movie. I didn't know that, like, at all, that people didn't like it. So we still laughed our ass off. We still thought it was pretty funny, just because, you know, that's a favorite childhood movie. And then we watched Garfield, which is another movie people don't really like. I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, what is this? But we love Garfield. And then we just watched Family Guy which is not a childhood show that we used to watch. I wasn't allowed to watch Family Guy, neither was he, but he started sneaking it. When he was like, I don't know, 17, my mom was like, if you can't beat him, join him. Just let the kid watch Family Guy. So, but that's what we were watching. Yesterday we watched a few episodes of that I haven't seen. He's seen every episode of Family Guy. I haven't, because it's like not a show I'd watch in my free time. It's just a show that he likes that I actually think is kind of funny, but only watch it when he's watching it. So yeah. As for reading, I have not done good reading this weekend because, like I said, yesterday I spent a lot of time with my brother, and Friday night I had to take a quiz. And yeah, I'm gonna show you what I read in that psychology textbook and what I have to do, because I have Monday off because it's Memorial Day. It's Labor Day. I'm not sure what the hell that was. But on Tuesday, I have my psychology class and my Spanish class. So I want to get all the reading done before, because there's teachers that, you know, professors do this. They give you pop quizzes to make sure you read the text and to make sure you're, you know, doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I need to read my psychology textbook again, take notes, you know, all that jazz. But I did pick up The Lies We Told by Camilla Way, and I'm on chapter 6, page 44. It is really good so far. I'm so intrigued, and I don't want to do anything but read this. And I think I'm going to read a bit more because I read this morning, and I think I'm going to read a little bit more of this and then start with some school, because I do need to have that read. And my online class, I have to have 2 chapters read because we have discussion posts due about this chapter. So in my women's study class, I'm reading The Womanist Idea, and I have to read chapter 1 through chapter 2. I guess I can turn you guys around again and show you what I have to read. So 1 second. I have to read chapter 1 and 2 in my Womanist Idea book. So chapter 1 starts here on page 3, and then chapter 1 ends on page 14, but I have to also read chapter 2. So that starts on page 15, and then it doesn't end until page 32. 3 through 32, which isn't that bad at all. That's literally like 29 pages, so that's not that bad. I'm gonna read that, and like I said, I have to do the discussion post online talking about the book. I have a lot to do for my grammar and my literature by women's class too, but that's not till Wednesday. I do want to get some of it done, a lot of it done this weekend though, because I have a lot to read. I have to read History of the Nun in the Popular Fiction by Women book. It's an anthology. And Afra Bin, I think is how you say her name. I have to read The History of the Nun by her, so I have it tabbed. And this is just kind of a biography. And the History of the Nun starts here on page 2. And that doesn't end until page 42. So that's 40 pages, which still, you know, is not that bad. This class, she does assign a lot. Why is that not focusing? So she gives us a lot of reading assignments, and I've already got like the next week tabbed, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. So like I said though, here, let me get my backpack and show you guys. She really wants us to read as much as we can this semester, which I do appreciate because I do want to read about women's works. It's just so overwhelming. And then we needed to read Urunku, The History of the Royal Slave. This is also by Afra Bin. This is 80 pages. So yeah, I do have to print this out because I do better when I can highlight and when I can write little notes to the side and annotate what I'm writing or what I'm reading. So yeah, it's just easier for me. I know it's a lot of paper and I know it's wasteful. Well, I'm not going to throw it away or anything. Like, I'm going to read it. And then I also have to read this next time I go to. So like I said, it's a lot of reading, but I think I can get through this. I know I can get through this. So I will be doing some of this today as well because I don't want to sit on Monday night and, you know, like, or not, it's like Tuesday night after class and be stressing out and like scared and worried because I didn't get this done. Yeah, so I'm going to be reading some of this. And then like I said, in psychology, I have to read chapter 2, which I need to mark with post-its as well. Okay, so chapter 2 is psychological research that we will be discussing, and this will end on page 35. So I have to read this, take notes, you know, all that jazz. And then my Spanish class, I just want to practice some of the terms we use because he speaks full Spanish in that class, like for, like, I'm going to say 90% of the time, and I'd love to know what he's saying. I haven't taken Spanish in 3 years, so fairly new for me, again, because I've forgotten a lot. I still know some things like the greetings I know, you know, stuff like that, but there are some things that I have definitely forgotten about. So yeah, that's my work that I'm gonna have to do this afternoon. So yeah, I probably shouldn't even continue reading this because I have so much to do, but I am gonna continue reading this because I'd like to finish this before I go back to school. So, and I'm not even that far. I'm not gonna put too much stress on myself when it comes to this. And like I said, that I still want to read pleasure books on this channel, but I also am gonna have a lot of schoolwork because I'm in upper level classes in my college and it's a lot. I read all the time. That's literally all I do is read and take notes, which I love reading. Don't get me wrong. I love reading, but it can just be a lot, you know? That is what I plan on doing. I'm actually gonna go get a drink real quick because I'm super thirsty. Probably like, I don't know, Coke or something, Sundrop. And yeah, I will just update y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all, so I am moving to my den because, here, wait 1 second. I'm moving to my den because I need a change of scenery and I've had to put my glasses on. I should wear these all the time, but I don't. I don't know why I don't, but I never have. Probably should more often because I actually have really bad eyesight. I didn't used to have it this bad, but because I was on steroids for so long because of the Crohn's, my eyesight went down a lot. Like, I had to go like up 3 or 4 prescriptions just this past time that I went to go get these. So like, it changed pretty significantly, and it's crazy that steroids like that can make your eyesight go that bad. So I'm literally studying right now. I did read more of The Lies We Told. I'm actually gonna go grab that book from my room. I'm almost on page 100 in that book, but I stopped to take a break. Well, actually, that was my break, and then went back to studying. It's right here. Here's the book. It is so good right now. I'm really excited about it, actually. whoa, dark. I actually might take a break from psychology and read this because I really am liking this book. It's super suspenseful. It gives a very creepy vibe too, especially that first chapter. I was so weirded out. Like, the vibe was set. It's gonna be a creepy ass book. This book involves a really psychologically demented child, like a sociopath or psychopath, whatever. Like, she's insane. That always wigs me out. Whenever there is a child that is just pure evil, has zero emotion, enjoys killing animals and people, like, oh my god, that freaks me out so bad. Like, I always like get so like uncomfortable when that happens, because I think I'm like, you just don't see children that way. When I think of children, that's not how I think of them. And then to know that this does happen, not often, but it can, it's creepy. What I'm hoping about this book, so there's 2 stories in this book. It goes back and forth. So there's a story set in Cambridge in the 1980s, and there is a woman named Beth, and she has a daughter named Hannah, who is, like I said, psychotic. And she also has a newborn baby where I'm at right now in 1988 named Toby, who she loves to death because Toby actually loves her back, because even when Hannah was an infant, she had no emotion towards her mother. Like, none. So yeah. And then the other story follows a girl named Clara. She lives in London, and that's set in 2017. She has a boyfriend that just vanishes one night. His name is Luke, and he literally just vanishes without his phone, without his credit cards, that nothing. So he's like gone. And he actually had a sister named Emily who disappeared when he was 10 years old. His parents seem really nice and sweet and caring, but I don't think they're as perfect as they seem, obviously. I mean, I'm hoping they're good people, because I get that vibe, but I have been confused before, or like thrown off guard before, and them not turn out who they say they are. So, but right now what I'm worried about is that the boyfriend's disappeared, nobody knows who did it. I'm worried they're gonna start saying that Clara, the girlfriend, is the one who like made him disappear and everything, because I actually don't like that trope, because I feel like it happens so much in thrillers where the significant other is automatically blamed and automatically the person that they're gonna hound, and just like have like be closed-minded about any other suspect because they are so convinced that it's the significant other that has hurt their partner. And I don't like that trope at all. I mean, I think I wouldn't mind it as much if it didn't happen in most domestic thrillers that I read, where, like, seriously, the partner is almost always the main target. And it just kind of really fucking irritates me, because it happens just way too much, in my opinion. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen in this book. I'm hoping that the police don't hone in on her and just, like, accuse her of everything, make her go insane. She is a reliable narrator, which is weird. She's not an alcoholic. She's not in, like, you know, using drugs. She is, you know, pretty, you know, doesn't have any mental illnesses that I know of, no paranoia, anything like that. So she is a reliable character, which makes me really happy. I can't tell yet if she's super duper smart. So far, she's pretty smart, but there are definitely incidents in thrillers where the main character, like, absolutely dumbfounds me and just is, like, so stupid. I don't think she's gonna be that. I'm really hoping this turns out good, but the last few thrillers, or not the last few, but maybe, I read a lot of thrillers this year where the first half was amazing, but then the second half was not executed well. And I'm worried that's going to happen again, because I want to rate this a 5. If I rate it a 4, fine. Like, I guess I'll rate it a 4 or a 3. Right now, I can't tell if this is a 5-star book. I can't. I feel like it's leaning towards a 5-star book if it keeps going the way it's going and keeping me interested. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty fucking good. But if not, I don't know. We'll just have to see, because I've been lately rating a lot of my books 3 or 4 stars, and I want a 5-star book. I'm hoping this is it, but if not, I'll just try again. But I think I'm going to read this for a little bit, at least get to page 100, take a break from psychology, and then I'll just update you guys either later tonight or tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Monday, Labor Day, and I definitely have a lot of schoolwork to do, so I'm like anxious about that, but I also really want to read this. I will just update y'all later, so bye. Hey y'all, so it's quite a bit later. I think it's like 1 a.m. I have not finished The Lies We Told, but I am over halfway. It's a really good book so far. I'm getting to the second half though of the book, and I'm getting a little nervous. I always, like, just because of like the thrillers I've read this year, not all of the thrillers have been like this, but more than usual, like the second half just ruins everything. So, but I won't finish it tonight because I mean it's late already, and I want to finish it tomorrow. I do have to study tomorrow. I'm going to try to work a little bit right now. I'm having a really hard time putting this book down though. I will say that is the first time this has happened in a while. I've been very slumpish this year. I've been in a reading rut really bad this whole year pretty much. I have had a really hard time finding a book that I can't get my mind off and that I don't want to put down. It, of course, comes at the most inconvenient time of the year when I am back in university and have all these classes and all of this homework and all of this reading to do. That's when I pick up a book that has just got my interest, but I do want to finish it tomorrow. So I will finish it. If I don't finish it tomorrow, which I really think I will, I'll definitely finish it at the beginning of this week. So I do like this book, but it just has the psychotic child, the sociopathic child where she doesn't feel anything, she doesn't have emotion, she doesn't love, she actually hates and enjoys inflicting pain on others. It freaks me out so bad. Like, I don't know why. That is something that really, really irks me. I watched The Orphan with my best friend when I was maybe 13, maybe 12, 13. And it was when I first started to watch scary movies, and it was like a movie that wasn't supposed to be super scary, but scared the hell out of me because of the fact that she was this little girl who was so fucking evil. It just wigged me out. It's just some things just wig people out. Some things like my mom's thing in a book is she cannot read about a book where somebody's buried alive because it's her biggest like thing. Like, she doesn't want to read about it. It freaks her out. And this is mine. When a child is a sociopath, it wigs me the fuck out. Now, I still like Halloween, but not the remake, because when in the original Halloween, you see the little boy for like not even 5 minutes, and then he's a grown man, so that didn't bother me. But in the remake, the fact that for a lot of the movie you see him as a child wigged me out. Like, I cannot do it, and I don't know what it is about it. It's not like I've ever met anybody like that, but I think it's just the fact that when I think of children, they're just so sweet and innocent, and, you know, not necessarily innocent. Like, kids are definitely smart and can manipulate their parents, but you know what I mean. I don't view children in that way, even though I know there are some that are born like that, and I don't think it's a ton, but you know, I think it just really scares me because you don't imagine a child being manipulative. You can't, when I think of a baby, I don't think of a lifeless baby who has no emotion in its eyes, who doesn't seem like they could tell how she was when she was an infant. That freaks me out so badly. And just like also the fact that she was able to manipulate her dad for as long as she did just really, really bothered me. Like, I don't know. It just really bothered me. I think they need to give her help, but they're so worried about this thing that I'm not going to talk about because it would spoil it a bit. But they can't send her to a psychiatrist because she's blackmailing them. If she went to a psychiatrist, like, I'm not saying that would cure her, but there's nothing they can do. And they have another child in their home who this girl wants to hurt and kill. And like, she hates her parents too. She'd kill them if she could. That freaks me out so badly. And I'm not one to be like, send the kid away. Like, never like that, like ever, ever. But in this case, I think that's why it freaks me out. I don't know what I'd do. I hope I never, oh my God, I need to knock on wood. I hope I never have to find that out. Oh my gosh, that would scare me so badly. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's like there's a little boy in that house that she is trying to hurt. Like, and they love her. They really do. And they want to help her, but they don't know how to help her. They've tried their hardest. And she doesn't want to be helped though. So it's like, I don't even know. Like, it just really, oh my God. That's the only thing about this book that's really bothering me. I really hate this part of that book. But not enough for it to like keep me from rating it a 5 if the second half is really good. It's like, this is something that I have. It's not the book's fault or anybody's fault. It's just me. Like a me thing where like, I don't know. Everybody has that. Everybody has at least one thing that really freaks them out and that they just don't like to read about. This one's mine. So the rest of the book is great. Like there's nothing else really that is bothering me about this. So yeah, everything seems to be going good. I'll let you know what happens. I think I'm going to read a bit more tonight and then stop, but I'll let y'all know. So I'll either see y'all a little bit later or tomorrow morning when I wake up. So bye. Hey y'all, so it is the next day and it's Monday morning. Actually, it's Monday afternoon now. It's Labor Day, so happy Labor Day. I finished The Lies We Told by Camila Way. I am so disappointed, like so disappointed, honestly. It was, I literally could cry of frustration about how unbelievably irritated I am because this keeps happening to me. I haven't rated a thriller a 5-star and I don't even know how long. Like I think the last thriller I rated a 5 was either If We Were Villains or My Lovely Wife. I can't remember. It's been a while, I think though, unless I'm just missing something, but I don't know. The whole book, so good. Like I could not stop reading it. The only reason I stopped reading it last night at 5 a.m. was because I was literally falling asleep while I was reading it. So I was like, I need to put this down, sleep for a few hours, wake back up and read it. I naturally wake up at 9:30 this morning. I'm like, okay, I want to read the book. So I pick it up and read it. And it was just so disappointing. The ending was just so like not satisfying. And the twist that would happen in these, like I have no fucking idea what to even think about it because they weren't even twists. They were things that I already knew. Like all these plot twists that were supposed to be this grand reveal like wasn't shocking to me because I already knew all of that. I was just thinking there was going to be some big crazy like shocker at the end, like that she was doing that on purpose, these plot twists that were obvious, like, and then she had this big grand plot twist she was going to do and it just didn't happen. And even like the ending scenes were not satisfying like at all, and like not even in the least. And I was upset because this book is another book that I've read that says the word retard in it, and I get so freaking irritated. And like there are some people who don't understand it are gonna say, well, people get offended over everything, but it is a slur. My little brother has autism. That's not a word that we like. It's not okay. And in the word she said, wow, or in the sentence, the character said, wow, I didn't know you were stupid, but I didn't know you were a fucking retard. Who the fuck says that? Like, oh my God. And I know this person is supposed to be villainous and everything, but it's unnecessary, especially in this, like this was written, I think in like 2017, something like that. That's current times. Like I have always like been a little bit more like understanding if the book was written in like the 80s or the 90s even, but people are aware of this now, and I still get pissed off about it when people say it back in the 80s, 90s. I still talk about it on here because it is something that absolutely just irks me. It pisses me off, and I don't understand why it has to be used. When you have a little brother when he was 5 years old get diagnosed with mental retardation and then said that he had autism, they're not even allowed to use that word anymore because people in society have made it to where that word means you're an idiot. And my brother is not an idiot. It just pissed me off because I was literally so annoyed by that. I was like, well, really? It had to be said, didn't it? Like you couldn't have left that out. Like you could leave that stuff out. Like It wouldn't be okay if she said other slurs that people don't like that are offensive. It wouldn't be okay. So it shouldn't be okay for her to say that word either, because it's offensive. Like, it's mean and rude. It was said, it was printed. I'm allowed to get irritated with it. The ending, though, was so bad. It just all ended too quickly. And like I said, there was nothing grand about this ending. And it's really sad because I loved like over 90% of this book. Like, loved it, could not put it down. And then that ending was just horrific. I was like, wow. I couldn't even deal with it. It was that bad. So I don't know what I'm gonna rate this. I don't want to rate it a 4 anymore, because I was like, I thought this was gonna be a 5-star book, and then I was like, maybe, and then when it, like, I don't know, and then I was like, well, maybe it's a 4.5. And then that ending, it makes me want to rate it a 3. Yes, I did enjoy the majority of this book. I actually freaking love the majority of this book. The ending was so bad, it literally ruined everything for me. So I don't even know. I'm just very disappointed. And I probably sound like a little bitch right now because I'm so annoyed, but I am, because this is the first book I've read in a while, and like in a month, and I'm just sad that it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. That's okay. I'll end the reading vlog later tonight. Right now I'm gonna study and read my chapter 2 psychology textbook and get ready for class tomorrow. That's all I have to update on for now. I'm gonna study, and I'll see y'all later.